Okay, no, we're good. We're gonna try it again. One more time. Good morrow, friends. Welcome to the Struggle Bus. My name is Kathy Reynolds, and I will be your guide on this magical journey into the depths of life and stories and the beauty of past mistakes. And these are my partners in crime. This is Newt, and this is Tonks, aka the icons of destruction and chaos. So, the purpose of this YouTube channel will be for me to tell stories. I like making people laugh, and I like telling stories, so here we are! And oh boy, for our first starting point, do I have a good one for you. This is a story that I affectionately refer to as the banana incident. When I was a wee young lass, I had this best friend, okay? Her name was Nicole. Nicole. We were BFFs. We were tighter than a fat man in spandex, and that is pretty tight. We were so inseparable that nothing could separate us. Pringles! I don't know what it is about best friends, but best friends tend to bring out the worst in people. Friends don't let friends do stupid things alone. What I have noticed is that there is a cycle of friendship. And you start off in that awkward, like, I can't really remember your name, but we're stuck together anyways. Phase 2 is like this mutual respect for one another, or like little comments like, oh yes, I like your hair. Dude, I love your cake recipe. What's in it? I love your face, Margaret. It's a beautiful face. I wish I had a face that was as beautiful as your face. A certain level of friendship or a level of the bond at which you reach, where suddenly everything shifts, and now you're just viciously mean to each other. Becky, your face looks so ugly today, man. What's wrong with you? Oh, Becky, your face looks horrible. What did you do? Then suddenly we go from just meanness into just like wild, outlandish threats. If we are late because you couldn't get out of bed this morning, so help me, I will light your bed on fire. I will hit you with a brick. This has been Kathy's Guide to Friendship. Anyways, back to the story. Nicole and I were the type of friends that did not think. We merely acted. Thinking is overrated. Don't think. That was horrible advice. Don't ever listen to me. Ever. Okay, so every summer, my dad used to take my sister and I out on a week-long vacation. And we were each allowed to bring one friend with us. So, naturally, I brought Nicole with me one summer. It was the summer of 2012. A memorable year, mostly because everybody thought that the world was ending. We were in California, land of bad traffic and poorly designed roads and oranges. That's Florida. What do I have in California? Land of the oranges, sunshine, and Hollywood. It was my dad, me, Nicole, and my wee younger sister Kelly. I was 15 years of age at the time. It was a wise age, a good age, quality age. After a morning and early afternoon of fun, we returned to the hotel room. And I was exhausted. I was beat. I was pooped. So I went and had myself a wee nap. An hour or so later, I am awakened from my gentle slumber to hear faint noises from outside of the room. They were delicate and gentle, like rustling leaves or moths, gently landing on the rooftops in the late hours of the evening. Suddenly, the gentle moth landing sounds grew louder and louder, and then they exploded. They exploded into an utter cacophony of noises, screaming and shrieking as if somebody had just lit the post office on fire, or a dinosaur had been released into the airport, or like the TARDIS had suddenly materialized in the room and they were trying to alert me of its presence. And suddenly, the door explodes open and Kelly and Nicole burst forth into the room. And then they get up and they shut the door and press up against it, and they're giggling like maniacs, like flippin' hyenas. They're insane. So I looked up with bleary eyes, and I was like, what are you guys doing? And Nicole turns around and she looks at me with crazy eyes. You could see the crazy practically dripping from her face like tears, like sweet, sweet, salty tears. And she's all like, we're throwing bananas at people off of the balcony. Well, I had learned many, many years ago just to go with whatever she's doing, just to expect the unexpected. Go with whatever it is that she's doing. There have been blissful Saturday mornings where I have awoken, made my way downstairs, and found Nicole sitting at my counter, just casually munching on a bowl of cereal, like flipping Rice Krispie treats or something. And I would be like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you here? And she would be like, don't question me. So I learned from a young age not to question her. I didn't know what the heck was going on in this moment, but I knew that something legendary was taking place, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I got up, I swung my legs off of the bed, I shuffled my way into the kitchen, and I selected for myself a lovely ripe banana. So it's about this time I'm gonna share with you a bit of wisdom that I did not know at the time. So it turns out that my sister and my friend are lying liars from Liarsville. I didn't know this until much later, but they were not actually throwing bananas at people. No, they were throwing bananas at birds. And one just happened to careen and sail and land on the back of some bald guy's head. And I'm told that he just sort of like took it off and ate it. I was not aware of this fact at the time. I was young and innocent and naive and trusting. I didn't just break off like a wee little chunk. No. That would have been too easy. I broke off a solid third of that angry yellow fruit. It was like 2 feet long. Like it was a solid banana. Made my way back out to the balcony, and I began to scan the pool deck below me for my victim. This is a woman standing down there, okay? And she has this like flamboyant, bright red, absolutely massive sun hat. It had like a flippin' feather sticking out of it. And I knew. My, Margaret! Isn't it such a radiant day to bask in the warmth and glow of the sun? You shall be the one. I took my banana, I aimed, and I let it fly. The planets flippin' aligned, like the stars were aglow, the planets aligned, the fates themselves were like this is going to happen. I don't know what it was. It was magic. It was like a quiet nymph, a quiet Dobby had guided the trajectory of my banana. My banana made contact. Margaret, I've been wounded. There was a moment of stillness. The whole world was quiet, and it was like the whole universe was buffering, trying to process what had just happened. I had a sudden revelation. I had made a huge flippin' mistake. Nicole and Kelly were perched behind me, watching with awe and horror and pride and admiration. Grabbed them both by the wrists and immediately I ran inside, I slammed the door closed, we closed the curtains, we pressed up against the curtains. In terror, in fear, adrenaline. Around this time, my father appears in the main living area from his reclusive sanctuary. And he looks at us with this look of confusion and dismay and a little bit of curiosity. He was like, what are you guys doing? Took us 15 minutes to finally choke out the story because we were laughing hysterically. And just as we were wrapping up the story, we heard a knock at the door. Security! Dad looked at me, looked back at the door, and then back at me, and he was like, go open the door. course, I did the only thing that a 15-year-old girl would do. I flippin' hightailed it to the bathroom. So I'm perched there, I'm sitting on the toilet seat, listening intently. Nicole was perched on the tub, and my sister was sitting in the sink. As this guy walks in and he starts to converse with my dad.
I got a call saying somebody's assaulting people with bananas.
I was struck with deep terror. Deep, deep fear. Abject terror. Abject horror. Dare I say, fright. From my squatting position on the toilet seat, I came up with an elaborate plan where I would hitchhike my way to Mexico. I had no intention of going to jail. And that man was scary. He was an intimidating man.
I want to know who did this, and I want to know now.
And my dad is all like, oh yeah, sorry about that, it was my daughter. What the heck, Dad? What the flip? I thought we were family. Betrayer of trust. Ohana means family, Dad. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten or ratted out to the cops. I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail, I'm going to jail. Turns out that I wasn't really in a whole lot of trouble. So I just had to go outside and pick up the bits of banana.
I'm watching you, senor. I'm watching you like a snake watches a mouse, waiting to strike.
I think the guard was thinking that he had like a 3-year-old daughter who, he lost control of for a second and threw a banana off of the balcony. Because as a passing comment on his way out, he said, just make sure you keep better control of your daughter in the future. My dad, however, must have thought that this was like a personal jab at his status as a father. The guard is out of sight, like he's down the hall. The conversation is over and my dad just leans out of the hall and shouts, sorry, she's autistic. And I was sitting there in the bathroom like, what? So, that is all. So, if you guys liked that story, if you enjoy my life, be sure to just gently tap upon that like button. If you're interested in seeing more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. My goal is to post a new video every week or two. Be sure to share it. Be sure to share it with your friends. Spread the laughter. Spread the mirth. I hope you guys have a fan-flippin-tastic day. I love you. Go hard like I got away to my heartbeat. And a meeting at the beat like you give a little speed to a great white shark on Shark Week, bruh. Yeah, nah. I forgot the words right here.